Alright folks, this is FX Friends doing another TekSushi exclusive video review, this time of Transformers Prime MP12 Lambor or Sideswipe to many of you. Here's a quick look at the packaging. In case you didn't already figure it out, Takara Tomy actually owns and created Transformers. They named them Diaclones, and to this day Hasbro actually pays royalties to Takara Tomy to manufacture, distribute, and market the Transformers toys. And I do believe both companies already share their design and manufacturing teams, and most of the time what Takara produces hopefully will get a Hasbro version, which is actually cheaper, and whatever Hasbro produces, Takara ends up usually producing it as well. And we have a good example is the Masterpiece Sideswipe, which Takara first produced, and then Hasbro produced Masterpiece Optimus Prime, and so on and so forth. So here's a look at the packaging. Takara had obtained the rights to produce Lamborghini, the Lamborghini Countach LP500S, and it's amazing how that Takara is slowly getting all the rights to produce the alt modes of the various G1 Transformers. The most recent one they got was a Wheeljack's alt mode and Bumblebee, which is a Volkswagen. Wheeljack, the Alitalia 500. I can't remember the car, but it was an awesome car back then. So very, very cool. As you can see, he scales perfectly with the MP10 Masterpiece 10 Optimus Prime. Fits nicely in the trailer, and it's got some weapons. So that's that. Comes with some accessories which I'll discuss later. Quick look at the instruction sheet. Very nice, very helpful instruction sheet. Nothing like what the crap that Hasbro has been producing for their Transformers. Also has a nice bio, which fortunately I don't read Japanese, katakana or kanji, hiragana. Sorry. Talking about how you see it through the illustration. Not that difficult. He has the shoulder-mounted cannon, which appeared on the show. The flare gun, which was also present on the show. Very accurate, as accurate as can be. And the pile driver. This is the flat version. There is, I believe, a pointed conical type of pile driver, which is a little bit longer than this one. So, I don't know, it's up to you if you want to get that to be as accurate as can be. But I'm happy with the flat ones. It also comes with a nice bio card. With some stat sheets, and unfortunately a bio which I cannot read. So very, very nice. Takara Tomy has been known to produce fantastic figures and design, and they did not disappoint with this figure. This figure is an absolute beauty, and despite its size, I mean, it's really worth the money you pay for. The engineering is sound. It's an amazing transformation. The detail on the alt mode and in the robot mode is fantastic. Very, very close to how he looked like on the 80s show. And I think it is obvious that this is not a kid's toy. If you're planning on giving this to your kid, you might want to think twice about that, because this is an adult collector's toy. This is not something you're going to be transforming day in, day out and just be playing around with. This is something you display on the shelf, and really a lot of the nostalgia that's been attached to these figures for the Masterpiece line is what gets the adult collectors into this line. I promised myself I would never get into this line because of the sheer expensiveness of the bloody expensive toys, but I'm just picking my masterpieces. I mean, I'm not getting everybody. So anyway, here you go. Very nice looking Sideswipe. Very little kibble, minimal kibble on him. Everything folds neatly because of the nice engineering. Does he have light piping? Let me see. Unfortunately not. Obviously not. He might have if you... Nah, it's a shame. They didn't actually incorporate that. He comes with this removable blaster, which I already mentioned. Can he hold it? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I suppose he can hold it. That's nice. He also comes with this very, very accurate flare gun. I don't know why they call it a flare gun. It's a blaster. It also comes with these two pile drivers, and the way they work is really very nice. I mean, I was very frustrated with the old G1 toys because they never could do what the character could do on the show. They couldn't really they didn't have a lot of articulation Um, they didn't do the special features on their arms. Like the fist would just come inside and then it would come out as something else. And yeah, that on this particular toy, it is possible to do that, like that. Very nice. I'm very, very pleased with the way Takara designed this. Okay, articulation for the figure, phenomenal. I mean, this is how Transformers should be. Great transformation, great alt mode, and great robot mode with tons of articulation. It's got a ball jointed neck. You can go up and down. This thing moves up and down because of transformation. It's got a waist swivel, fantastic. It's got a ball jointed ball hinge shoulders, bicep swivel, hinge elbow, swiveled wrist. I mean, they didn't have to do these wrist joints, but they did. So very nice. Got a ball hinge hip, thigh swivel, hinge knees, and some ankle articulation, a little bit of rocker joints and feet articulation because of transformation. So very, very nice. Paint apps on this guy, stellar. I don't even have to mention it. Look at that. Look at that gloss, which we'll see more in alt mode. Before we transform him, let me do a little bit of a size comparison. Here is the Generation Sideswipe, which I'm a big fan of. One of my favorite, all-time favorite figures in the Generation line. And here is a Voyager class figure, just to see how big this guy is. So he's somewhere in between a Voyager class and a Deluxe class. The price I paid for him when he first came out was something around the area of $60, $60, $70, maybe more than $70. It sold out. Takara has recently reproduced this particular figure. That's what they do, second runs. If it's, they don't usually do second runs, but when they do, the price has absolutely doubled. It's like over here in Manila, they're charging like something like $120 for it or something, some ridiculous amount like that, $120, $130. So I was one of the lucky ones to actually get it on the first production run. If you want to get him at that price, it's up to you. But I tell you, the money you pay for this guy is well worth it. This is an amazing, amazing figure, especially if you're a big fan of the G1 Transformers. And it's really the nostalgia that's attached to this figure that gets the adult collectors going into this. And you know, you're gonna give this to your kid, you better be prepared to see some damage and breakage and whatnot, because this is not a thing you just play with every day and transform every day. This is something you put on a shelf, display, transform once in a while. Really appreciate the nostalgic value and the amazing engineering that's gone into it. So with all that being said, let us transform this guy. Very easy, very straightforward, not a lot to it. Much easier than some of the deluxes I've actually seen, some of the Voyager class figures I've seen. This is relatively very easy. So go ahead and fold up the feet. Go fold these down. Untab these. I mean, the instructions tell you where everything tabs, so it's really nice. So go ahead and fold these up. Fold these shins up. Fold these panels down. Alright, now before you do that, make sure you lift up his crotch piece like that. Alright. Go ahead and fold out the doors. Actually, I love Lamborghini, is one of my all-time favorite sports car, more than Ferrari, and part of the reason for that is really because of this guy. Loved Sideswipe. So go ahead and untab. There's a tab right there, which is very hard to remove. The only way to do it easily is you lift his back spine right there, and it'll pop off. So don't force it or anything like that. Go ahead and tab the hood onto the front part of the windshield, just like that. Okay, and go ahead and, what am I doing? Yeah. Fold these out, rotate, go ahead and fold the feet up. It'll probably be easier if you already join the feet together. They don't tab in that hard. It's not super hard to tab them in, so like that. Not a lot of issues. I don't really have a lot of issues with this figure, with this particular figure. Go ahead and rotate. There are some loose joints. I mean, it's understandable. It's a little bit loose on the thighs, on the knee swivel, but other than that, there's not really a whole lot to complain about. Come on. Okay, go ahead and do that. Okay. Okay. Once you get that done, what's wrong? Why isn't it lining up? Oh, it is. Sorry. Okay. It was much easier in practice. Okay, go ahead and fold these like that. Alright, go ahead and fold the tail fins. Oh, what was I gonna say? The way he holds his pistol, it's okay, it stays in place, but it's not super tight. There is a small flat peg right there which you can put on either fist. You can hold it okay, but as soon as you sort of close his fist, it sort of comes undone. So that's just a very little minor gripe I have on the figure, but overall the figure is fantastic. So go ahead and what am I doing? Do that. Huh. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and fold this out. Oh man, that's gotta hurt. Should have folded that one out before popping the hood on. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Sorry, just very excited about the figure. Fold in the fists. You got yourself a door. Sort of. Come on now. Why isn't he cooperating? Okay, there we go. No, I've done something wrong. Obviously. And it's these things which should be tabbing right there and then folding these right here. That's how you do it. Sorry. It wasn't like this in practice. Alright, transform. Doors, like that. Like that. Finally. Okay. This was much easier to do in practice. Sorry, it's just my fault. I'm panhandling this particular figure. Go ahead and fold up the wheels. Alright. So, there. Yep. That's how you should do it. Plug in those feet onto the dashboard. And that's how you'll get it right. And don't do it like I did. Anyway, very nice. So here you go. There he is in his alt mode. The weapons, you can actually put them together like that. Combine them, and you can actually mount them right here on top. There is a collapsible square right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. That thing folds down. You can put the weapon right there, but it'll look really funny, and he's will be no longer a robot in disguise with a big ass cannon on top of his on the roof. These things, I'm not sure. The instructions actually don't say how you store these things in alt mode. There is no clear. Let me just go ahead and check it for a while, for a quick second right now. Nope, there is no way. At least as far as I know, the instructions don't say how you can store the pile drivers. They only say how you can store the weapons in alt mode, but not the pile drivers. So that's a shame. That's okay. No big deal. Let me get rid of this so you can better appreciate this figure. So very nice. Here's a Sideswipe. Oh, the Lux class figure. This is the same. This is Red Alert. This is the same mold as the Sideswipe Generation Sideswipe figure, which is Hasbro's attempt, sort of, and Takara's attempt to sort of get a Lamborghini-ish type of car. This would probably be the sort of a mix of the Reventon and the Gallardo. But yeah, whatever. And this is the actual Sideswipe, the Kuntak. This is what they were going for, I think, and they got it. So very, very nice. I am just really, really impressed with this figure. And I say, you know, if you have the means to get this particular toy, if you have the means to do it, by all means. I mean, please. I mean, if you're a big fan of the G1 character, big fan of the G1 toy, this is a massive step of big improvement on what Sideswipe should be, and I'm just very, very, very excited to have him, because as a kid, you know, growing up with this, it brings a lot of memories. Really, really one of my favorite characters on the show come to life through Takara Tomy's masterpiece line. It is amazing. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video review. To see more of awesome reviews of action figures, please subscribe to this channel, TekSushi. It is a wonderful channel started by it is started and owned by Mr. Star Wars himself, flyguy.net. The guy's absolutely phenomenal Star Wars reviews on his channel, and he's come up with really awesome figure reviews on this channel, TekSushi, and I'm one of those who's helping him do figure reviews on this channel. So if you like the reviews you see on this channel, please subscribe. TekSushi, it's an amazing channel. Rest assured, you see a lot more of awesome videos to come. This has been FX Friends doing a TekSushi exclusive video of Transformers Masterpiece MP12 Lambor or Sideswipe. Thanks for watching.